Hi, my name is Stefan. I just learned how to use delegates in C#, so I'm just going to do a quick tutorial to show you what I learned and also for myself. So in Unity, if you want to pass a method onto another object to use the first object's method, it's called delegates. And from Unity Geek over here, I've got this nice description. So you got two types of delegate. I'm just going to show you the multicast because the single, as far as I'm concerned, is the same thing. So the delegate is an object that you create. So you're not just passing the method, you're creating an object, and inside that object is contained methods. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a cube, and when you click on the cube, it's going to compose and set up the delegate. It's then going to pass it to the button, and the button will get an event listener, and when you click the button, it'll then enact or run the delegate with the methods inside. So over here I have a cube script, and this script is being placed on the cube. I don't have any methods or any functionality on the button. It's just a canvas button, a UI button. So inside this cube script, I'm declaring two methods, first method and second method. When the first method is called, it will simply say delegate called the first method, and for the second one, delegate called the second method. Now, I suppose this could be private as well. That's not my concern at the moment. Then I am declaring up here a public delegate, and these methods are not returning anything. So as you get into delegates, you're going to start working with the return types. As a first explanation, they don't return anything. So the delegate must return the same type and receive the same variables as these methods. So they're not receiving anything and they're not returning anything. So that's what you see there. Public delegate, don't return anything, don't receive anything. And then I'm giving it a name. In my start method, when this cube script starts, when the cube is displayed, I'm then instantiating a new object of my delegate. And in that my delegate, I'm passing the first method that should be contained in the delegate. So a delegate is an object with references to methods. We're not calling the method, so I'm not doing that. I'm simply adding this method name to the delegate. And then after that, I'm adding another method to that delegate. So now I have an object of my delegate, and it contains references to these two methods. Right. In my scene, I've got a canvas. And what I want to happen is on the mouse click on the cube, I want this method to run on mouse down. I then say find the canvas, and then on that canvas find the button. And just for my own sake, I'm saying when you've got the button, find the text component on that button and just change it to click for delegate so that I can see I found the button. And then I want to pass the delegate that I created there, that object there. I want to pass that to the button so that when you then click the button, these two methods should run. So the cube has a script on it, and it's passing the delegate to the button. But now the button, if I show you in Unity, the button doesn't actually have an on-click event listener. It's got nothing. It's just a button that I added. So I've got to do that in code. So what I want to do is I want to say button, get the button component of that object, then in the on-click method, add a listener, and the action that will happen is of type delegate, and I'm passing it a named reference, this object. And in that case, I want it to run, so I'm going to add these parentheses. So when you now click the cube, it will find the canvas, find the button, change the text on the button, and it will then add an on-click event listener to that button. When you click it, it'll run this delegate. And when that delegate runs, it runs those two methods. So in the console, we should see printed out delegate called the first and the second method. So save that, and we're going to go to Unity. So I'm just going to clear this here. Now I'm going to run the scene, and when I click the cube, that should change the text on that, and the delegate won't run yet because I haven't clicked the button. So let's click here. You see the text changed on there, and now when I click the button, the delegate will invoke those two methods. So click the button, and let's see here. Over here, you should then see the message. So I'm clicking, click the button. There we go. Delegate called first and second method. So that's my short explanation of delegates and a very simple example. Cheers.